Okay, so you've got your business started and now it's time to get clients and you have no idea how to do it, right? I mean, I went to coaching school for 2 years and no one taught me how to actually go out and get clients. They only taught me how to create transformation in someone's life, okay? So getting the clients is the first part. So join me and we're going to talk today about the first 3 steps you need to start doing to get clients in your business as soon as possible. Okay guys, so today we are talking about the first 3 steps you need to be taking in your coaching, healing, or wellness practice to actually get clients, okay? So when we are in our coaching or healing school or whatever modality you learned, they are very good at teaching you the modality, but they also say that it applies to everyone. And while that is true, that is not how people buy. So we have to take our beautiful gift that we now have, or the one that we've studied and refined and gotten really good at helping people with, and we have to learn how to apply it to people's lives. So the very first step in you getting clients is deciding who you really want to help with this thing that you have. Yes, I know it can apply to everyone. I know it can. But who are you interested in helping? Because the only reason I say that, and yes, you can go test this out on several different ideal clients if you don't know yet, and I would recommend that you do if you're not sure who. But people don't buy generally. There's no general help store that one goes to get life help, okay? The closest thing we have is a therapist or a counselor, right? But besides that, there's no I want to make my life better store. So people go to resources that are very specific for their help. So if you are in a relationship problem, you're going to go to someone who's an expert in relationships, right? If you have a type 2 diabetes and you're concerned about your weight, you're going to go to someone who's specific in helping people with that specific problem, okay? So people shop specifically, and that is why you need to figure out first who you're going to serve. And if you don't know yet, then that is okay. You get to go talk to more people and find out, okay? So number 1 is to figure out who you want to help. Who is it and what are their problems in the world? What do they really need your help with? What will your gift or modality or your magic, what is it perfect for helping someone you're interested in helping with, okay? My skills, because I happen to have 20 years in marketing and advertising, and I also went to coaching school, is perfect for helping other coaches and healers create businesses they love. That's just the skill set just came together, okay? And so that's what I do. Now, what is your skill set perfect for? Your skill set, your history, in choosing someone that you want to work with. It's also really important to think, what have I been through in my own life that likely I can also help someone through? Because people want people who've been through what they've been through or are already experts from the outside, okay? So that's what we want to do for you, is first decide who you really want to help, all right? Number 2, you probably have heard the idea of a discovery session or having a call that you do with people to really help. And so I would create the second thing that I do in my business. And the reality is we have to be able to get on the phone with people. And I don't mean you're going to be cold calling people in any way. Not in any way, shape, or form. I wouldn't do it. No way, no how. But I will tell you, if you want to do one-on-one work, if you want to be a coach, if you want to work in a one-on-one healing situation, if you want to be with people one-on-one as clients, either in person or remotely, doesn't matter. You are going to have to talk to people. That's just the way it works. You have to do the work to get the work, okay? And so first, deciding on a discovery call for you is really important. And that discovery call could be I call it a business breakthrough session. So you could call it a blank breakthrough session. Maybe it's a love breakthrough. Maybe it's a weight breakthrough. Maybe it's a exercise break. I'm just totally making it up. Maybe it's a visibility breakthrough. Okay, so it can be any kind of breakthrough call you want. But that's really what people want in their lives, right? Whatever your ideal client, whoever that will be in the world, okay? They have all kinds of problems as it relates to the kind of work that you want to do. All right. So I would suggest you create this call. And this is not you giving away a whole bunch of free time. It just isn't. This is you walking people through a set of questions that you walk through the same questions every time. So you're not recreating the wheel. And it's a time in case, like you make sure you hold it to 30, 45, or an hour, however, whatever time frame you want. Could even be 20 minutes. Sometimes you can even do them as easily as 20 minutes. And you're going to take them through a series of questions, and you are, even if you're a healer or a wellness expert, you don't do that healing in the first call. You have to find out more about what's going on with the situation, what's going on with the client. It's time to determine if you want to work with this person and their issues. So, a good series of questions to walk through in any discovery call are, what's going on? What's the current status of things? What's going on in this person's life? What do they want? What are they trying to create that is bigger than what they have right now? What transformation do they want? Okay? What's got them blocked? Why don't they have it? People are a lot more insightful into their own lives than most people realize. And just walking through this is very insightful. Okay? So what's going on? What do they want? Why don't they have it? And then again, what do they want? Why do they want it? Why is that thing they want so meaningful in their lives? That's it. Very simple. And then you transition if they agree, because you always question, you ask, you don't assume. If they're interested in hearing about what offers or how you might be able to help them move through that transformation, then you talk about it. And it's that simple. It's a very, very loving. You don't have to perform. You don't have to do a big dance. You don't have to convince someone. You just have to be present while they talk about what's going on for them. Even if you're a healer, which I know in many cases healers want to heal on the first call, and I highly suggest you don't. You've got to find out what's going on with the situation more. Okay? And then you can design something that helps them through this whole thing, not just one hit at a time, which really only keeps them coming back for more. Okay? So that's step number 2. Step 1, decide who you are going to help. And what do you want to help them with? Step 2, create a discovery. I call them discovery calls. Most people don't. There's a lot of fear around doing these discovery calls. I'm going to say what step 3 is, which is get them out and share that you're doing it with people. Okay, so marketing is step 3. I'm going to talk about that in a second. But offering this call to people, most people in this busy day and age are constantly being sold stuff, constantly being sold in their faces, in social media, on TV, and the things they're reading. I mean, it's everywhere and it's all the time. And because of it, people crave connection. They want to be connected to you. Okay? So if you are just getting started, just start telling people what you're up to, who you're helping, and why. And then offer this call. Now, this can be done in a whole bunch of places. On your website, on a pop-up, or like a hello bar at the top, you can be offering discovery calls. You should be building an email list, because I know not everyone likes email, but you cannot rely on social media. You need to have your own place to house people, okay? And MailChimp is free. That's the one I use, okay? And I don't even get a referral for saying that. It's just the one I use, all right? So, email list, on your website, on your Facebook page, in groups, on all your social media platforms, all right? You'll put it on your link in your Insta. So there's lots of places to offer it. And that's step 3. Start telling people. Start telling people what you do. Start telling people what you believe. And invite them into a call to change their lives. And just follow those couple of steps I just listed. It doesn't have to be complicated. And I hit my first 5-figure month doing just exactly what I just told you. And just getting really focused and taking lots of action. Okay? That's it. You can do this. Getting your first 3 clients does not have to be, or getting your first clients isn't complicated. It just takes consistency. And it takes a while for people to see your things enough to say yes. It takes 15 touches now. Now, I've been in advertising for over 20 years, okay? And the adage used to be that it was 7 times. Someone had to see your stuff 7 times back in the day, before the internet, before they would buy your stuff. That was kind of what advertising agencies did, was plan in those 7 touches and how that was going to happen, okay? Now, with the speed, with the social media, with all the stuff and the things and people being so busy, 15 touches. It takes 15 times, not 7, more than double that. 15 times for people to see your stuff, remember you, and go, oh, I know what she's about. So consciously knowing that is just be ready for that. Be ready for the fact that you're going to have to be consistent before people start saying yes. But if you talk about what you do, how you help, and what this session will do for them, which it will do, it is a powerful thing just to talk about what's going on for you. Okay? And start talking about what you believe around your work, what you believe is possible for people. People follow beliefs, okay? They don't need to be sold. They follow beliefs. So, 1, decide who you're going to help and how. And why. You know, I help entrepreneurs because every time I help you get your work into the world, there is more love out there. There is more help through suffering. Okay? So I feel extremely called to support the people who are on the front line. Okay? And that's you. So that's why I do it. And be passionate about it. People follow people that are impassioned about why they're doing what they're doing. All right? So that's 1. Who you want to help and why. 2, create one of these sessions. Call it a breakthrough session. Life breakthrough, money breakthrough, relationship breakthrough, whatever breakthrough you want to help people with. Okay? And it can be whatever amount of time you think you need. And play with it. If you're not sure, then start at like 30 minutes and head towards an hour. Or maybe start at 45 minutes and see how that feels. You'll know once you start doing it. All right? And then 3, tell people what you're doing and why. I know it's scary to get out there. There are some easy peasy visibility tips in other videos. Actually, I'll put the links in the description box below so that there's lots of support. I already have videos I've created to help you get out there in front of the people who need you. Okay? And you offer this session. And keep doing it, and keep doing it, and keep doing it. And by the way, this works for offline too. You don't have to, if you want to just go to networking events and talk about your work that way, do that. Okay? If you want to, go to chambers, go to meetups, there's tons of stuff going on in most cities. So you don't have to necessarily do this online, okay? That these 3 steps are still the same 3 steps. So that is exactly how I got my first clients. It's how I hit my first 5-figure month. Okay? 3 years ago, I think was the first time I did it. Yeah. Okay? So you can do this. Okay? First of all, I used to hate sales. And don't look at it as selling. This is just people talking about what's going on for them. And you do it the same way every time because you're not there to recreate the wheel. You're there to help them through a decision-making process, to take action on their lives. Okay? So those are my 3 steps. You can do this. Don't make it complicated. You don't need a bunch of tech. You don't need a fancy website. You don't need fancy schmancy smancy. You need a scheduler. I use Acuity. I'll put the link in that below. Okay? And I use MailChimp. And that's it. I mean, I keep it really simple. You don't need to get really involved in all this tech and funnels. Okay? In most cases, especially if you're just starting your practice, you need to be talking to people and tech will just get in the way. The more you know, you will learn a ton of information by talking to people. It is the fastest way to build your business, okay? And don't worry about selling them. Worry about helping them and invite them into a conversation at the end to talk about how you can keep going. It can be that simple. I promise it, okay? So go out there and serve your tribe. All right, thanks so much, guys, for joining in. Now, if you are interested in finding out how to take your business to the next level, follow my lead here. I would love to offer you one of my business breakthrough sessions. And there is a link in the comment box below to apply for one of these free sessions, which is over a $250 value because I pack it full, okay? This isn't one of those sessions where like we spend the entire time figuring out how you're gonna work with me, okay? You're gonna be so value packed at the end of this business breakthrough session that you cannot wait to take action on your business, okay? I guarantee it. So I offer you one of those sessions in the link below, okay? So check it out and take yourself, like, apply for it. I'm gonna give away 5 in the next 2 weeks. So I really encourage you to apply, and I hope you have an amazing day. Thank you so much for joining me. I will see you on the flip side. Take care. Bye.